I'm Dr. Milind. So NEETPG 2024 exam is just around the corner, and I just wanted to make a brief video sensitizing you about the exam day and one question that troubles a lot of students: how many questions to attempt. So first, before I start talking about number of questions, we should be aware of the exam pattern. After FMG and INICT, now we have this pattern in NEETPG exam as well. So instead of having a single paper, we have 5 sections: A, B, C, D, E, and each section will have 40 questions, and the time you'll get is 42 minutes for each section. So for the whole paper you'll get around 3 hour and 30 minutes. Now what is important is once you are in one section, you will be able to navigate through that section. But once you complete your section, like for example, if you complete your A section and if you start your B section, you cannot come back to A section. Earlier you had all 200 questions in front of you, so you can navigate through any question. Like if you want to see the 190th question or the first question, you will be able to navigate. But now that won't be possible. You will be able to navigate at a single time only through the 40 questions of that particular segment or a particular section. So make sure whenever you are attempting a paper, don't leave any question. Don't feel like I have kept this question and at the end of exam I'll come back. Only within the sections you can navigate. Intersection navigation is not possible with this new kind of pattern, and this every section will be getting submitted after allotted time, that is 42 minutes. Okay. Second thing is about the question that you mark for review. Sometimes we select a question, we answer the question and we don't submit a final answer, we mark it for review. So that question will also be taken into consideration, and for evaluation that question will be taken. So don't worry, even if you forget to finally mark that question, it will still be considered. So this is something that you should be aware. Second, there are total 200 questions, as we all know. Correct answer will give you +4. Incorrect answer will minus. There will be 1 mark that will be deducted, and total time, as I have said, 3 hours and 30 minutes you'll get. Now let's come to the question: how many questions to attempt? I have done question video about INICT as well, and I have interviewed some INICT toppers, but I have also talked to a lot of students, and what we all believe that as this is a competitive exam, there is not a perfect score that you have to cross. You have to attempt as your competitor. The number will depend on your competitors. So as your competitors will be attending more, it's good if you keep your attempt high, and I would say a good range should be 185 to 195, depending upon how confident you are. Now what what is different in NEETPG than INICT, that NEETPG you have more number of seats. Definitely more number of candidates also gave, but that number is not very different. But number of seats are significantly different in NEETPG as compared to INICT. So if you want to play safe, that if you feel that my rank, I want a decent branch. I'm not eyeing like a top branch or a top institute, but I want a decent rank. Then 185 to 195 is a good range, and I would say try to keep your attempt above 180, because what happened in NICT, that paper suddenly came very easy. A lot of students found it easy, maybe not very easy as I said, but it was easy for a lot of students. So there was a clustering of the ranks. So it depends. The better you attempt, it will be better for you. The best attempt I will always say is more than 190, but don't push. If the paper is, if you feel that tricky and the questions are tough, don't push yourself too much, because again this is not NICT, this is NEET. So you can restrict yourself to around 185 and you'll end up with a decent rank as well. But I would still say try to attempt above 180. And few questions about few things about last week. Flip through the notes, I will always say that because it's very important to refresh your visual memory. You have been reading for so many months, so there are some things that you have read, but once you go through the notes, once you flip your notes, that memory is refreshed. You don't have to read line to line, but your brain will recapture that. And it has helped me also during my preparation, that flipping through the notes during the last week was actually very helpful. Now this is the time when you should mug up your facts, mnemonic tables and charts that you have done. This is the time that because as I said, silly mistakes will definitely harm your rank. And as an NICT happened, the clustering of the rank, more the silly mistakes you do, your rank will be affected in a greater way. Don't overthink in this week. A lot of things students say that my preparation is not up to the mark, I have not done well, or I have not revised well. What will happen? Utilize the days very well, as many as you have. Do not compromise on your health, food and sleep. Don't It's raining in a lot of parts of India. So take care of your food, take a good sleep, don't compromise on sleep. Don't say that I'll read too much, you'll panic on your exam day. So keep your hours as you are doing, don't overstretch your limits. And remember, your best is yet to come. you know uh, One exam cannot say and cannot define you as a candidate. Forget about how INICT was. I'm sure you'll give a good paper. Till the time you submit your answer, submit your paper, it's not over, and things can still change. And as I always say, just attempt a good paper with a positive mindset. As I say, they are not going to ask, there's no going to be a viva that why you think this is the answer. So just attempt a paper with a good mindset. And no matter how many revisions have left, or no matter what you have not read, when you start a paper, have this positive thought in your mind that I have prepared well, I have done well, and I will attempt a good paper, and definitely it will be a game changer for you. And when you attempt your paper, sometimes there will be tough questions. Sometimes your paper in some section you will find it difficult, but remember, 150 questions are going to decide your fate. There will be 20, 30 outliers. Don't let them get on your nerves and disturb your peace, and disturb your you know uh, like your sanity in the exam. I'm sure you'll do great in this exam, and I pray for you all, and I wish you all the best, and you all emerge victorious. I wish you all the best, and take care.